Ladies with an attitude, fellas that were in the mood. Don't just stand there, let's get to it. Strike a pose, there's nothing to it. Vogue. Vogue.
Created as part of Radiate Arts' True Colours project. The Queer Spotlight celebrates LGBTQ+ self-expression through style, fashion and performance. In 2025, events at Storyhouse Queer and Chester Pride brought together 60 first-time and established performers, models and volunteers. Participants took to the stage and catwalk to showcase their individual styles, supported by experienced performers. Through performances and interviews, they share personal insights into finding and expressing their identity.
First question, we'd love to know, what's your earliest memory of clothes?
My earliest memory, sort of significantly, of clothes, I think, has always been associated with costume, because I was a theatre kid through and through, right from the beginning of my life, basically. My mum put me in an all-girls tap dancing class when I was maybe about 3, and from there we were, put into costumes for different roles.
And I remember my first real experience thinking about clothes then was, oh, I hate these costumes. Every time, like furs and dresses and little hats and things like that. And it slowly drove me mad until I realised that when I was choosing my own costumes for things like parties and Halloween, I remember dressing up as Elvis Presley at about 6 years old and going, oh yeah, this is what clothes are supposed to be. This is what they're for. So all of my earliest childhood memories are either absolute revulsion or absolute euphoria, depending on the clothes I was wearing.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Blondie, Heart of Glass, the video for that, on Top of the Pops, and just the dress that she wore in that, it was like this silver flowy thing, and remember she just looked like a goddess. I was transfixed, and that's my earliest remember of like noticing someone's clothes and how it made them look incredible.
My earliest memory of clothes is to do my own clothes is all about the textures. I can't stand things that make my skin feel like it's itchy or scratchy. So my earliest memories are all about the clothes. I didn't like to wear horrible woolen tights and nasty scratchy nylon things. Even perhaps I invented a word for it when I was a little kid, so if it was whistly, I just could not wear it. That's my kind of clothes.
In terms of other people's clothes, the 70s were an awesome era for really glamorous women being all over the telly. And also glamorous female impersonators too. So lots of big hair, fancy ball gowns. Even Fanny Craddock was hooking in a ball gown in the 70s. There was all this glamour around, and I've always loved that. I've always loved a bit of leopard print, a bit of mesh, a sequin, love it all.
So I remember playing in my mum's high heels when I was younger. Me and my little sister were 2 years apart, and we were both playing with in mum's shoes, and there's photos of it. I was always very sort of dramatic as a child, and would kind of like to put on performances and be in the middle of everything. So I would love like striding into where the adults were having dinner, wearing people's shoes. Actually, it wasn't always my mum. Sometimes it was like my granddad's and stuff, like big clunky shoes, and striding in and sort of being like, look at me, aren't I funny wearing adult shoes?
I suppose I still remember before I went to school as a small child. I guess my life was spent playing as well for most of that time. I still remember those days. I don't know that they made such a mark on me really until later in life. Yes. Once I started work, I was so excited and thrilled But even then, the very first shirt that I bought out of school was actually a grey one, bizarrely, but very quickly followed by a pink shirt from Marks and Spencer's. And I was thrilled to bits, so I could have only been 15 or 16. And so I had a pink shirt and I was so excited about it.
Oh gosh. So I grew up in Bangladesh, and I think my earliest memory of clothes is I was the youngest, I was the younger sibling, and my earliest memory of clothes is being made to sit down and wear the same clothing as my brother, because my parents were suckers for matching, and being kind of made to not squirm around too much and just kind of sit there and be very quiet and try on the same clothes that my brother had on, and then they could tailor them to make sure they fit me right. So that's probably my earliest memory of clothing as clothing.
When I was a kid, I very much loved to be like tomboyish. Wore lots of, my favourite was always dungarees. So for me it was really weird when I found drag, because I've never been feminine at all. So when I found drag, it was nice because it was like a little outlet for me to be a bit different from what I usually am. But yeah, my earliest memory is just me being very tomboyish. Dungarees, climbing trees, that sort of thing.
Yes. My mother had a clothes shop in Newcastle under Lyme, and I grew up with clothes. My mum was a model, and she had this beautiful shop, and every time I finished school, I'd go there and just go through all the clothes, look at Vogue, and yeah, that's my earliest memory was clothes.
Wow, that sounds really enchanting. That must have been amazing going through all those rails.
It was it was expensive clothes, and yeah, my mum loves clothes.
Leather shoes that girls wore at school. I wanted to wear them, and I was like, why can't I wear them? And it's, well, because you're a boy, so yeah, that's my earliest memory. I mean, that must be like 6 or something. Of clothes, well, yeah, I didn't understand why I couldn't wear them, because I thought, they look good, so why can't I wear them? You know what I mean? Oh, hang on. Come to think of it, earliest memory of clothes, when my mum used to dress me and my sister the same, so we just looked the same. So I'd look like her sister. We'd have these dungarees on, because it was the 70s. There's dungarees, and they had like an embroidered sort of pencil packet on the front, and like stripy t-shirts underneath. Like, it's identical. Yeah, that's my earliest memory of clothes, yeah.
Weirdly enough, I was thinking about this for so long. I remember in maybe year 1 or 2, we had school discos every year at my primary school, and there was a little outfit that I wore that my mum took a picture of and posted on Facebook, with these little grey leggings and a little purple floral, almost like peplum top, I guess. And I remember feeling so pretty, and I had my little bob cut, and everything about it was just so gorgeous to me. It was just, at the time, I suppose the only thing I thought about was being pretty, and at the time that was pretty to me, essentially.
So when I was a kid, it was sort of the thing that, my parents used to dress me and my sister up in the same clothes, when you used to have like the photos taken and things like that. So we both had bowl haircuts, and we both wore very kind of like feminine clothes, but little girl clothes more than anything else. My sister was more of a tomboy than me, so I was really dressed up like a little girl, but I didn't feel particularly feminine. So kind of as I got older, I went into sort of wearing sort of crop tops and combats, and I was very kind of boyish, and then suddenly got older again and embraced the sort of feminine side of things all over again.